In a surprise move, Marvel has recast. Is it technically a recast since he technically is already there, but he never really left. He just kind of been in limbo. Anyway, Jon Bernthal's coming back as the Punisher. Yeah, let's talk about this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel once again. So some pretty interesting news yesterday coming out from the Hollywood Reporter, and that is Jon Bernthal is reprising his role as the Punisher, Frank Castle, in the upcoming Daredevil Born Again. Out of all the Marvel projects, I got to be honest with you, like not Secret Wars, not Kang's Dynasty, like Born Again is my most anticipated Marvel project coming out of the next few years because I'm a massive Daredevil fan. I absolutely love Daredevil. Everything from Frank Miller's run from back in the day, just like Mark Bagley's run on Daredevil is just fantastic. I've always been a massive Daredevil fan. I love the Ben Affleck movie. I don't care. Come at me, guys. That junk was good. It was good, guys. It was really good, minus that playground scene. That was awful. And I really liked the Netflix Daredevil series. And one thing that really came out that was good about that was, of course, Jon Bernthal as the Punisher. He basically showed up. He appeared for the second season of Daredevil, and it was awesome. Was it the second season or the first season? I don't remember the season he appeared in. I believe it was the second season he appeared in. And then from there, they spun off to do his own series, which had 2 seasons. And I really liked both seasons. I thought the second season was much better than the first season, even though they did this whole Harley Quinn Joker thing with Jigsaw. I didn't really care for. But Jon Bernthal as the Punisher has been really, really good. Like he's been legit. And I really like his interpretation of the Punisher. And I'm glad that he's returning in the upcoming Daredevil Born Again series. We have a lot of questions about that series. I think we all really look at it and we're like, man, what kind of Daredevil are we going to get? Are we going to get the Daredevil that we see in She-Hulk where it's like all jokey and blah, blah, blah? Or are we going to get more like the Netflix series? And I really think like we're going to kind of get like a combination of both, right? I think it's going to get dark in certain times because we've seen in She-Hulk, right, where he went down that one like warehouse and he was like lighting fools up, and that kind of felt like the essence of what that Daredevil series was. But at the same time, he's also making jokes with She-Hulk. You know, he's having sex with her, and Daredevil's always been a pussy hound, right? Daredevil has always been a character that gets laid a lot. Like he's like Bruce Wayne, like he gets laid a lot. And I'm just wondering where they're going to toe the line because regardless of how you guys feel about Marvel, regardless of how I feel about Marvel, we all kind of have to understand that Marvel is in a downward slope, right? Like they're financially aren't doing as well as they used to do. And there's been a lot of critical concerns about what Marvel is doing in the upcoming phases here. So that is something that Kevin Feige has to be very much aware of. And if you're bringing someone like Jon Bernthal in, who's a much darker character, well, what does that say about Daredevil? And they're going with the Born Again story, which if you guys know Born Again, that was Frank Miller's story. Born Again is where he takes Matt Murdock and he absolutely just crushes this character. And for a while, it's him learning to be a hero again, but without the costume. That the costume was a costume, but that doesn't make him a hero. So is it going to be like Born Again where Daredevil is just absolutely crushed and then he's got to come back up to be a hero? Jon Bernthal returning is a great sign for me. We still don't know anything about Karen Page or Foggy as of yet. We do know they're recasting Elektra. Kingpin with Vincent D'Onofrio is returning as well. But Born Again right now is shaping up to be the most interesting property that, dare I say, making me a little bit excited. Is it making you excited, Jimmy? Oh yeah, Jimmy's excited, y'all. We're all really excited. So I am really excited. I don't really get excited with these Marvel properties anymore. I'm like, oh cool, when it comes out I go see it. But to sit there and be like, no, I'm kind of getting anxious. I'm like really getting excited for this property. And with Daredevil, like Daredevil's always been like a huge fan favorite of mine, and having Jon Bernthal return, I think, is really good. If we can get Bernthal and Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio all in a scene together, man, that would be awesome, man. If we get Punisher, Daredevil, and Kingpin all together. I think they need to cancel that Echo series. I think that Echo series is a extremely bad idea. I personally did not care for her in the show Hawkeye. I felt like they were so concerned and like, hey, we really casted someone who is deaf, who is handicapped, rather than focus on good storytelling. And that's the problem that Disney's really been having, is they're so focused on diversity and all this stuff that they're not really concentrating on the story itself. One of my biggest problems with Obi-Wan Kenobi series was the character of Reva. Not because Reva was black, because her character just wasn't interesting. She really overacted in some scenes, and it didn't help that the director did not direct her well enough. And at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with the actress who played Reva. It has everything to do with a bad script and bad directing by the director. And I'm really hoping that Marvel kind of like cancels the Echo series, because I think the Echo series was kind of handled, the Echo character was mishandled, much like Reva, and I think they need to really concentrate on this and really make sure that Daredevil Born Again really lives up to fans' expectations, because we are all going to compare it to the Daredevil series on Netflix. We're all going to compare it to that series, and we have every right to compare it to the series. We're going to sit there and be like, well, how come we had this, but now we have this? And they really got to knock this out of the park. So anyway, guys, long story short, that's my thoughts on Jon Bernthal returning. Really excited for me personally, but I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Also, Mandalorian Episode 2, Season 3 came out last night. I watched it. I'm fully aware that a lot of you guys don't care about my review, but there is about 400 people that do care. So later on tonight, I will be releasing my review of Episode 2, just kind of giving my initial thoughts on it. If you guys want to stay tuned for more info and more videos and more content, please go ahead and smash that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.